Hello and welcome. Today's topic is irregular verbs. We all know that verbs are the action words in a sentence. It changes form according to the time at which the action takes place. An action can happen or begin in the past, present, or future. And according to this, the form of the verb changes in the sentence. The way these verbs changes in the past form decide whether they are regular verbs or irregular verbs. Most verbs have a past tense and a past participle ending with ed. These are regular verbs. Let us look at some of their examples. Did you notice the ed format in the past tense and the past participle tense? Some verbs, however, do not follow this rule. Such verbs are irregular verbs. They follow a different pattern. Let us group them so that it is easy to learn and remember. The first type of irregular verbs are those verbs that have the same present tense, past tense and past participle tense. That is, the word does not undergo any change in the spelling or pronunciation. These are some of the easily identifiable irregular verbs that we use in a regular basis. You may come across more such irregular verbs with the same present tense, past tense and past participle tense. You might have noticed the word read, R-E-A-D, read, has the same spelling in the present, past and past participle tense. But make note that only the spelling are the same. They are read differently in present tense and in the past forms. The second type of irregular verbs has identical present and past participle form. Listed are just some of the examples for such irregular verbs. The third type of irregular verbs have past and the past participle form the same. These type of irregular verbs are further classified under different categories. I have put them in different tabular columns so that it is easy for you to follow them. Take a look at this tabular column. You will notice that these verbs take the OUGHT or AUGHT form in simple past tense and past participle form. Here is the next set of irregular verbs with the past and the participle form the same. Can you notice the pattern in every adjacent word? Let's take a look at the next set of irregular verbs with the same type of simple past and past participle form. In this table, you will find words that has an I in the middle. Changes the I to U when they become simple past or past participle form. Take a look at the second table. You will see that the letter I in the verbs changes to OU when they become simple past or past participle form. In this fourth set of irregular verbs, you will notice that the verbs undergoes a complete change in all the three different forms. Even then, you will notice a recurring pattern in all these words. Can you notice that the vowels in the present form changes to a single O when the words become in simple past tense, and in past participle tense these words ends with an N. In this tabular column also, you will find the present tense of the verb changes in both past tense and past participle form. In this table, for the verbs with all the forms different, you will notice that when the verb changes from present to simple past and then to past participle, the letter I in the verb changes to A and then to U. And here is a table for irregular verbs with all the three forms different. That follows no patterns at all. Let's check if we have understood irregular verbs thoroughly. The following are irregular verbs. Try to find their other verb forms. Hope you enjoyed this presentation for irregular verbs. See you next time.